Hi!
Welcome to this episode of Feed My Pet. Today we're going to discuss feeding dogs from puppies to adults. And my name is William Bocast.
I'm Gwen McEwen.
And I'm Nikki Bond.
We are going to learn about nutritional requirements through all stages of life, dog's digestive system, and how often you should feed your dog.
We will also talk about what you want to look for in a dog food, reading the dog food bag, and what not to feed your dog.
Feeding your new puppy. The puppy stage is from birth to about 1 year of age for small breeds and up to 2 years of age for large breeds. Puppies should nurse from their mother until about 6 to 8 weeks of age and then be introduced to a mush made of warm milk and dry kibble 3 to 4 times a day, slowly reducing the amount of milk until the puppy is eating solid dry kibble. Puppies require special nutrition that is more calorie dense and protein rich than adult dogs need. They need more of many important amino acids and minerals to help provide balanced nutrition, and fats make a ration more palatable to a puppy. Treats and human food should be kept to a minimum.
We're going to be discussing feeding your adult dog. So we're going to change from the puppy feed to an adult dog food at different times depending upon the breed of dog. So for our smaller breeds, this should occur around 1 year of age. And for larger breeds of dogs, this should be when they're about 2 years old. And the dog's nutritional requirements when they're adults remains pretty constant. So we're feeding them at a maintenance level. Now this is going to be higher if the dogs are more physically active, they're burning those calories, and we need to supply them with more feed. And it's always good to remember that the food scraps and treats need to be limited to only about 10% of intake. Anything higher than that, and it's not healthy for the dog. Feeding your senior or elderly dog. So they're going to have a lower feed intake than compared to that of the adult dog. And because of this, we may need to supplement in some vitamins and some minerals because they won't be getting enough just from the dog food alone. And with dog feeds, we want to be sure that we're monitoring weight because older dogs tend to be less active, so it can be helpful to put them on a low weight gain or diet dog food. Something else that you can receive is glucosamine, and this is for their joint health. It helps them with arthritis or stiff joints, and it helps them maintain an active lifestyle so they can keep that weight off.
Dogs are carnivores, so they have the most basic digestive tracts. They cannot digest forages, and although they have enzymes to digest sugars and starches, they can only use up to 75% of those nutrients. Therefore, the main nutrients that they should have in their diets are proteins and fats. These are the most readily digested by the dogs. Dogs are evolved to be able to eat large meals every few days. However, it is better to feed them every day. Because puppies need more nutrients but cannot eat as much per serving, it is recommended that they have 4 to 6 small meals per day. Adult dogs do not need as much energy as young dogs and can also eat more per meal, so it is recommended to feed them twice per day. Older dogs tend to have even lower requirements, especially if they are not very active, and so they should be fed once a day. Larger dogs can eat more per meal, and so they should have larger meals than small dogs. Small breeds tend to have more energy requirements than larger breeds, and so they should be fed small servings that are more energy dense in order to meet these requirements. The easiest way to know how much to feed your dog per meal is by consulting these dog food packages. The most important thing in dog food to look at is the first 3 ingredients. The best food for dogs is a high quality one that at least the first ingredient is protein based, like egg, chicken, or fish. A low quality dog food is one that has corn or wheat as the first ingredient, because these are not as digestible as meats. High quality feeds are very digestible, have protein that can be used, like meat instead of bone meal, and usually have a greater quantity of fats and less carbs in them. These high quality feeds are usually more expensive than low quality feeds because they have more expensive ingredients in them. However, with these feeds, dogs do not have to eat as much to meet their nutrient needs, while dogs fed low quality feeds have to eat more in order to meet their requirements.
Reading the dog food bag. Before buying your dog or puppy kibble, you need to be able to locate and read the ingredients list and the portion size chart. Both of these are found on either the side or the back of the bag of food. There are some foods that should never be fed to dogs. Milk and dairy products, because they can cause digestive upset and diarrhea. Raw eggs, because bacterial infections like Salmonella and E. coli can cause food poisoning. And an enzyme from the raw egg interferes with vitamin B absorption, creating skin irritation. Raw meat and fish can cause food poisoning. And some fish, salmon, trout, shad, and sturgeon, carry a parasite that can cause illness that can be fatal within 2 weeks if not treated, though cooking the fish thoroughly kills the parasite. Chicken and pork bones can splinter and cause obstruction or cuts to the digestive system. Avocado, any part of the plant, contains a chemical known as pyrsin, and it is toxic to dogs. Grapes and raisins can cause kidney failure. Baking powder and baking soda are toxic to dogs. And there are many foods that can be eaten, such as cooked lean meats, free from skin, bones, and fat, apples, oranges, bananas, and watermelon, carrots, green beans, cucumber, zucchini, plain baked potatoes, and cooked rice or cooked pasta are all safe for dogs.
Alright, we're just going to kind of summarize this up. So, you want to feed your dog 1 to 2 times per day, and that just depends on their age. And you want to select the dog food that's right for your dog's age, their size, and the breed. So it is going to require a little bit of research to find out what the best feeds are. A good source of information on this can be your veterinarian. And you want at least the first ingredient in that dog food should be a quality protein source. So you want to look for a meat, not a corn or a wheat. And you want to read that feedback. It's going to give you a lot of information on the quantity to feed your dog and also the nutrients that are in it. And the better quality dog foods that you're going to give to your dog is going to lead to a healthier dog. And you want to make sure if you're going to feed your dog human foods that they are safe. Thank you for watching this episode of Feed My Pet. And remember, a healthy dog is a happy dog.